Yo, what is up, everyone? My name is Adam. You guys can call me HeadHunterMQ118, and today I am doing a stream on building the USS Enterprise D, Star Trek: The Next Generation. I'm a professional aesthetic builder, and I've done many Star Trek ships. My goal is to inspire the community so we can get more Star Trek forgers out there. But doing builds like this, it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. Um, I consider myself a professional because I take the time to do the builds right. I have the blueprints, I have the images, every angle. I go over every little detail with and recreate it as professionally as I can while also staying within the piece budget. That's our thing. 1,600 pieces go really really quick. So here we have my current work in progress masterpiece, the Enterprise D. This is intended to be a filming model for my friend MJ, who is doing a Star Trek Next Generation um, machinima, and he's done the interior of the Enterprise, currently the bridge, and engineering, and it's the best aesthetic design of the Next Generation Star Trek, ships and interiors in general. It's the best that's been done to date, and I don't think it can be replaced because he's even using scripting to add all the little consoles and everything. It's incredible. So it's really really awesome that I get to build this filming model and be a part of that. But yeah, and then this is another. This has been a joy and a challenge for me. The Enterprise D is a very very hard ship to build. Um, it's very curved. It's very sleek. So it's been a real joy slash challenge figuring out how to design it in Halo 5 Forge. Um, and it's a matter of when the ship is so massive. So you see the pylon section, and it looks tiny when you actually look at the ship in film or anything. But I built it to a scale where, let's say 343 are like, hey, let's add another 5,000 pieces to forge. Just because that'd be like the greatest fucking thing ever. That'd be like a dream come true for not just me as a forger, but for anybody. Then I could literally add every single window, everything. So that's the scale I built it to. Comparing the Enterprise D to the actual Stage 9 virtual tour of the Enterprise, we can go through every deck and all that, fly around the ship. I watched the one video from Irish Chucky, who's a YouTuber who reviews Star Trek Game ships and a bunch of other good Star Trek stuff. Anyway, so and he stood like inside of the photon torpedo, the aft bay. So I mean, this thing's still pretty damn massive, and it's just a matter of building everything to scale. But I started off with this just a straight, line section, and then built up the nacelles to get the curves and the pylons, and then built the nacelles on top of this. This is the second design of them that I did. Here's the neck. That's a work in progress. And right now, what we're doing today in this stream currently is we're repainting the whole ship. I'm done building it in daytime. It looks really hideous now that I've started doing the neck. The shadowing is so intense. Yeah. So I'm working on currently repainting the whole nacelles. I've had those like the whole ship. I had it at a 30 degree shaded gray, so 30 out of 10 for the shaded gray, 30%, and with a 5 degree, with a 5% metallic shade to it, and I bumped it up to a 50. It really does make a difference. It honestly does. It adds more texture to it, makes it look a lot more realistic, and it's nice. So you can see I've already started changing some of the stuff, selected all for the cylinders. Turns out that there's 56 of these alone, because I have like one through the one and then another, because there's all these engravements in it. So I put one and put them, backwards through each other, so they stay smooth and consistent. But I've been about as piece efficient as I can, without cutting corners in the actual design of the ship, but still being smart with the pieces. So, for example, the pylons, these pieces, they go right through across, and they just right across, and it's just one, sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, so let's me continue on the thing. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. If you want to join the stream and hang out, uh, go ahead. See, I got somebody in the stream. I don't have the chat pulled up on Twitch. I don't even have any space for it actually right now on my laptop, since I got a bunch of blueprints beside me and all that. But yeah, just repainting the D right now. The Enterprise D, of course. tap it there. Yeah. See, I never really like for like forging. Some people forge really fast. Where me, I'm a little bit slower. I take my time, but once again, my work shows for itself. You know, I was raised with the saying, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right the first time, right? It's better for everyone. Yeah. I have OCD. It makes me a bit of a perfectionist, which is a really good trait to have sometimes, especially when you're doing stuff like that. I'm probably gonna need to make that darker. You can't even see it. Yeah, attention detail is everything when you're doing a build like this. That's for sure. Whenever you're like grabbing multiple pieces, I highly suggest you turn off the magnets, just so you don't like screw up anything and then like really regret it. That's why I'm so glad there's no autosave feature, because imagine if you make a mistake. Like if I make a mistake and it's like something where like, oh, designing the hull and I don't want to like rebuild it all to get it all set up properly, then literally all I have to do is just end the game and then it's good, right? So yeah, that's actually, I'm not sure if that's gonna make a difference because I haven't painted that side yet. How's that look? Yeah, that looks nice. That actually looks really nice. That texture's sexy. Oh, that's really nice. Maybe that's not the right term for the word, but it really does make a difference. So, for those of you just joining the stream now, I'm just repainting my Enterprise D, Star Trek Next Generation filming model, professional design, all molded, accurate to blueprints and all that. So, very proud of this because it has not been an easy ship to build. I'm pretty sure I got everything. I started at the bottom of the pylons and worked my way up. So, we'll start doing this side. Now, you can see the big difference. It was this color, and then now it's this color. So, amazing what two shades of gray more can do it, or as far as color difference goes. Yeah, if you're sending any messages in the chat, I apologize. I don't have anything pulled up as far as Twitch goes right now. Just because they've got like so many tabs open, full of Star Trek images and blueprints and all of that for the actual ship itself. I've also got actual like models. I've got this little rubber sort of ducky design of the Enterprise D. It was like super cheap. I got it for 25 bucks. It's got a lot of nice detail. The nacelles are like bent as shit though because it's rubber. But I've got my Diamond Select Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise, and that is so beautiful. It's 100 bucks, but electronic starship. So the nacelles light up, the deflector dish, impulse engines, very nice. But yeah. If you stick around, it's going to be a really slow thing. I take my time. I don't rush anything. Alright, I think that's good. Look how much of a difference that makes. Holy crap. Wow. It's just going to look, I mean, even though you got the shadows, when you back it up and you're actually filming, like it's still going to look good. But that just got a really nice rich texture now. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Today's Sunday, so chances are most of you are going back to school tomorrow, unless you're older like me. But yeah, forging streams aren't the most exciting thing in the world. Hopefully one day stuff like this will inspire others, because I know that Starship Forge's Enterprise D inspired me to finish my original series Enterprise, and you know, he has a lot of tactics, like a lot of good. There are a lot of good forgers out there that have like a lot of good building tactics and good use of pieces, but they're like really like sloppy with their forging. What I mean is they don't really use magnets; they just kind of put it together. And I don't know, like I'm like really big on the magnets. Because, you know, then you know, like, oh, you know, it's good. Like, everything's connected. It's all the same, right? So, yeah, magnets can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but they really do make a difference. Like, Halo 4 was the first forge that we got that added magnets. If you ever forged in Halo Reach, you literally have to, like, spend, like, half an hour trying to, like, move the piece up and down, up and down, up and down until it's level. Sometimes that's a better thing to do, but, yeah. Just don't want to keep selecting that. Alright. Yeah, just recovering from a cold. But, yeah, I'm pretty good. It's nice that I can actually talk and sing and do all my voice impressions and acting, and actually be able to do that properly without having a stuffed up nose or anything. So, being a professionally designing the ship and all that, if a piece overlaps like this, I try to avoid it, but really, unless you're like zooming up on it super close, you're not going to notice it anyway. So like, yes, that cuts out, but there's nothing I can do about it. And then from far away, it just looks like a smooth, consistent piece. So it really does work out. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to actually realistically build the bottom of the ventral section of the ship. I'm honestly not sure because I'm down to my last 500 pieces, which is not good because the saucer section of the Enterprise D, to build it correctly, it's the size of the whole nacelles. Like, it's bigger than what I've got here. The whole nacelles and the starter section. That's how big the saucer section actually is. It's fucking massive. So, the way I said fucking. It's fucking massive, man. So big. Oh, God. Literally just selecting all these pieces. Probably have people coming in and out of the stream all night. So if you're wondering, the Bazaar collectors are painted in a color called rust, because rust is like the perfect shade of orangish red. There are some, images and filming shots of the Enterprise D that make the Bazaar collectors, which you don't know what that specifically is. That's this section right here. It makes it look like sort of a pinkish color, but yeah. See, this is just my OCD. I'm going over it just to make sure I didn't miss any pieces as I go along. Just that efficiency. Did I select that again? Okay, I did. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Okay, I think I can repaint that section now. Let's see. The nice thing is that there's such a color difference. Like, if you miss something as far as repainting goes, you're going to notice it. Like, you're going to see the difference. It's pretty big. Alright, see, that looks really, really nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful. As beautiful as it can get for a forge piece. Right, gotta do this section here. But yeah, oh yeah, so the Bazaar collectors are in a rust. Originally, I had it in a color called lava, which is like a reddish orange, but the red is like so strong, like really, really strong. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to repaint it. And I also repainted the warp coils, which is section here. Just give you a player perspective. Fucking huge. Yeah, but, so, repainting the warp, oh, that was smart. Repainting the warp coils, and I just made that a little bit brighter and that sky blue for the color, I believe. If you ever want to create your own next generation nacelles, now you know. Or you could just ask me and I could do it for you. I like the thought of getting paid to forge, because I'm a good competitive gamer, I'm all for that try hard, but I'm not like super good. Like, I'm good, but I'm not like champion yet. Onyx, I've got my highest is a low Onyx in the competitive scene. But other than that, is that already repainted? No, I guess it's not. It's just how dark it is in general. But yeah, so yeah, because supposedly there are people out there who was like, oh, I'll pay you to forge me a base. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they just do it half-ass, or at least stories have told. Or me, I don't do anything half-ass. I had the time. I had the patience. I mean, now that summer's over, I have a lot less hours at my current job. So that means I'll have more time to do, awesome shit like this. And also be bored out of my mind. So I'll need more stuff to pass the time. Now, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what ship to do next. Okay, so was that. I just picked up the Enterprise Z First Contact Edition from Diamond Select Toys, which is awesome. And that ship, they did such a good job on that ship, too. Like, no issues whatsoever. It is perfect. I love this Sovereign so much. I've already got plans on designing the NX. I've done the only NX to date in Halo history, in Halo 4, at least, that's been uploaded to the internet. It was in Halo 4, and I only had a few images. I didn't have blueprints or anything. It's not bad. The commentary is really cringy, but that's on my YouTube channel. But I'm glad I have it since I lost all my files. Wow, that looks really cool. Man, I gotta fix those warp coils though, because that is a lot brighter than it should. Like, it looked good, but in space actually, that is really, really bright. And what do we do? We did a 50 shade for that, right? Yeah, 50 shade. Because we gotta do that for the back here, these little sections. Now, I think this is gonna be the only way I could imagine someone could outforge this Enterprise D. I don't know why anyone would want to, considering, I mean, as much as I love Starship Forge's Enterprise D, this one's specifically designed, you know, for that, because he did the interior, the first Enterprise interior, Enterprise D interior ever, and the ship itself, which is really, really good. And he had some great tactics, some great peace-saving tactics and all that. I mean, the forging's a little bit sloppy for the ship, and you know, I've got my nitpicks, but that's all right. It's still a great it's a great ship, and it still inspired us all. Now, what a lot of people know Starship Forge is for is Imperial Star Destroyer, right? Which is incredible. I'm more of a Star Trek guy. I'm a Trekkie, but I still appreciate the Star Wars universe. I appreciate the vehicles and the actors and all of that. I mean, Mark Hamill, right? Joker. Oh, Batman! I know how the Bat thinks! And that's a voice I'm still working on. So if that was a little bit cringy, I apologize. But, you know, you don't start off with a voice and it sounds great. Well, Zap Brannigan, I kind of like got down super quick, but that's an exception. Okay. So to save myself some time, I'm going to select them all. Oh, 40 of them. I'm dying! Alright, let me find a color that works. That's actually accurate. Let me pull up some of my blueprints. And if there's a little bit of static, that's probably because I have a fan going, because I don't want to suffocate. Because it can get really hot. Banana, yellow, shameful yellow. Light yellow. Okay, the one color I saw that looked pretty good was, I don't know, gold. Does gold look... Light orange doesn't look bad. Tangerine. Cause it's like a... Let's see gold again. Let's back up. Gold might... Yeah, gold's the winner. That's the one. That's the one. Gold's the winner. 40 of those too. Wow. Damn. Yeah, I think gold is the winning one. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see that. Let me select this all again. I'm not sure how I feel about that. What happens if we crank it all the way? Oh, wow, that's rich. Huh. How does that look? Okay, like, it's nowhere near as bright. It's nowhere near as bright as before. Yeah, I think gold is the way to go. I feel that's... Yeah, actually, I'm looking at the blueprint right now, and that couldn't be more perfect. I think, yeah, we'll go with gold. I really don't think there'll be needed to change that, because you still get that yellowish color, but it's not too bright. That's a lot better. That looks really nice, because now it actually looks like it's gray. Because before, it was... The lighting is so bright that it looks white. Okay. Good stuff. See, now you can clearly see the detailing on the cells. I'm actually so fucking happy right now. This looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, the Galaxy class, you know, if it wasn't for MJ's motivation and be like, you know what, I'm going to build you a filming model, man. If it wasn't for that, I don't ever see myself really building this ship. I mean, this has been a huge project. She's not an easy ship to build because of how curved she is. You know, the Galaxy class is a monster, so... I still have a slight part in the back of my head. It's like, will you have enough pieces? Only time's gonna tell. I know for sure I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna be half-assed on the saucer section, but half-assed for me is like detail, like just making it really basic, getting the right dimensions down, getting the right proportions down, but nothing too fancy. You know. I can't like go all out. Like, it's gonna have to be really like use really big pieces. If stuff overlaps, you know, I'm gonna try to avoid it. But by the time I'm done with the rest of the hull, since I've started doing this section right here, you're starting getting the curves towards the front, and I still gotta figure out how the frame of the deflector dish is gonna connect to the hull, because this was the starting point. After I finished the nacelles, I started building the hull, and I curved it out all the way out to here. And then I did the thing, because it's interesting, because it insets at the bottom, and going towards the bottom of the ship, the ventral section, and then it curves outwards. It's really interesting shaping. And if it wasn't for me building the hull from the back, from the aft torpedo bay, I probably would have never figured out how the hell to build the actual hull of the ship in general. You can see the whole hull hasn't been repainted yet. But yeah, just let me. Yeah. I'm actually gonna do myself a favor, and I'm gonna pull up my Twitch, because I literally got it bookmarked on my thing. So I'll just open up a tab. So if you guys do want to comment, if you drop by a stream and you got something to say, please do. I will keep an eye on my laptop. It's literally beside me. So yeah. Okay. Looking over it, like, without highlighting every piece, I think it's good. I think that everything is good on this side. All looks the same color. Man, repainting this, the difference it makes is astronomical. Holy crap. That repainting of the coil section. Oops. I guess I had no comments on it. Yeah, I just heard my voice. That echo. Yeah, no, that. Oh man, I am a proud man. Proud. That is nice. So this ship will complement MJ's masterpiece interior work of the Enterprise D very well. And if you guys are wondering, oh well, what ships are you gonna build next? Well, I'm planning. We've already discussed the Orville. The Orville is worthy of being talked about. It's worthy of being its own universe while also being affiliated with the Star Trek universe, because it's that good. At first, the first few episodes, it feels like more comedy, but I couldn't believe how serious the show got. Like, how well it is, and just how well the plots are. I love the Orville. I love the ship. I love the actors. I love Seth MacFarlane. It absolutely just amazing. Like, if you love Star Trek, I hate saying amazing. I look back at some of my YouTube videos, and the way I say amazing makes me cringe. It's just personal preference, so. We have all those things. It's like, oh my god, like, I say it like that. That's so gay. And that voice was pretty gay, but I think that was the intention. Not sure. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about, man. Ooh, Shaggy's laugh actually is not bad. I couldn't do Shaggy's laugh yesterday, because my soprano chords, I just couldn't get that falsetto pitch right. So if you didn't figure out here, this is the framework for the neck as it edges towards the edges. I'm sorry. I'm dying again. Anyway, yeah. So as it edges towards the top of the saucer section. I'm trying to select you to make sure I select it all. Like, even though it's like, oh, you already selected them, why are you still selecting them? It's just my OCD. It just has to be perfect. Alright, oopsies, and not want to select those pieces, though. Ooh, sir. Yeah, okay, these need to be selected. Okay. Yeah, so I built the torpedo bay. Actually, I might actually be accurate. It feels a little bit off, but it might actually be spot on. I'm honestly not sure, though. Because look at that color difference. Look at that compared to that. That's insane. Yeah, because this torpedo bay, the aft torpedo bay is smaller. So it's if you look at blueprints for it, it's got the little bit of framework at the top and then bigger. Now you might like, wow, that's huge. Well, like I said, something that seems like super tiny on screen is gonna seem massive in person when you're actually up to it. So like, it's been like really like, oh, maybe I should shrink the size of the pylons down. But I'm like, well, if I were to install windows here, that'd actually be accurate size. So it's a little bit weird to look at when you're so used to seeing the ship from far away angles, filming and all that. All right, so let's continue repainting the deflector dish. Yeah, I really hope I don't have to rebuild the section to match it all. Whatever. I mean, it's exciting because I've done so much work on the ship. I've only been working on it for the last week and a half, 2 weeks max. I don't even think it's been more than 2 weeks. I've been posting all my updated screenshots. Hello. If you want to say something in the chat, I've got my Twitch stream pulled up on my laptop so I can actually reply. So that's the responsible thing to do. Alright. I already repainted that section, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright. Did I? Must have. There's that. I did repaint it all right. See, like, when I was building this section, I was like, how the hell do I connect all this shit? Like, it was just open framework, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like I said, it's been a joy and a challenge building this ship. That's for sure. Now that this section was grade 50 because this is the section of where the docking bay is and all that, and the main torpedo bay. So, but I built it so you can actually have a Spartan in there. My friend MJ, he has like this special. That's way too dark. He has this special modded weapon. Well, like, you know, you can create your own custom weapons in Halo 5 Guardians if you play that. Well, anyway, he created his own special one, and it literally looks like a photon torpedo. Like, he's got a weapon that fires like a phaser. So, oh my gosh. Like, yeah. So you can actually. So I'm gonna have it so you can have somebody stand back here and shoot it, and actually like for filming, because this is a filming model. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. So that's all been repainted. Now the only thing left to repaint is the main hull, and then I can start forging again. Wow, just the difference it makes. So like comparing this to a screenshot, like I think anybody's gonna notice that actually looks gray. It doesn't look white. Like this looks straight up white. All right, this isn't the First Contact Enterprise E. I love that ship so much. Let's do it. It was. I am really happy with how the hull came out. It took quite a few tries to like get it angled right and all that. Man, you could just see the difference in the shades of gray. It's unreal. I do have like quite a few pieces sticking out of the bottom. So chances are what I will do is once I've built the sausage section and all the main stuff, I'm going to go back and I'm going to try to like build the sides to it of the ventral section and like the back. So the whole bottom where the emergency exit is for the warp core, that whole section will literally not be there, but the oh fuck, oh I didn't move anything, did I? Oh god, that terrified me for a second. I think it's all still good. Oh my god, when I saw that, because it was like you can move all this stuff if you want. I'm like, no, I don't want to move that stuff. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've saved. Actually, having that near accident, I'm gonna save it. So if I do make a fucking big mistake, I don't have to repaint the whole ship again. Then what? 30 minutes, man. 30 minutes go by so fast. But you know, comparing, so it's been less than 2 weeks for this, and I probably put in that 2 weeks. We'll just say 2 weeks. I probably put in maybe 60 hours of work, which isn't that bad. You know, considering my original series Enterprise took over 300 hours. And that's because I rebuilt the sausage section 3 times, rebuilt the neck 2-3 times, rebuilt the pylons. Oh, I've already maxed out the amount of pieces I can change. My bad. So that was like a big thing. And actually, I will get back to my original series Enterprise at some point to rebuild it for a filming model. So what I'll do is I will take my finished Enterprise from A Strange New World, which is my finished map with the Enterprise, original series Enterprise, as an aesthetic piece. It has all of the windows that I could possibly add and all that goodness. And anyway, so I will take that, and since I already got the neck and I've got all the windows installed on the hull and all that, I will rebuild the top of the sausage section from scratch, since I had to delete all of it to actually have room for the actual map itself, like pieces. Once again, 1,600 pieces, it doesn't really get you that far in Halo 5 Guardians Forge. But doing streams works for me, because I can just run my mouth for like hours straight. Oh, that's weird. Did I just change something I didn't want to change? 50. All looks the same color. Man, that looks really nice. It's really starting to come along. That definitely looks like a shade of gray. Doesn't look like white. I can't imagine the Enterprise E, like it should have stayed in white. I don't know why they do it like, I don't know, because you can do a lot of cool stuff with the CGI, like in the episode from Voyager Timeless, when the Voyager smashes into the ice. Oh my god, I love that scene. Oh. There's a certain pleasure I get from destruction, like at least when it comes to cars and shit. I mean, every guy's like, "Oh yeah, action movie. Oh dude, that police car just rolled off a cliff. Wow, it was insane. Oh, there goes the general." Right, really random but true. It's kind of a thing. Yeah. Um, when I saw Star Trek Beyond in theaters and I saw the Enterprise destroyed, it actually like touched me so much because I love the JJ Enterprise. Like I think it's sexy. Like I mean, it's an awesome looking ship. Like, oh, the Enterprise shouldn't look like a hot rod. Well, I mean, a lot of people forget that like Star Trek, it's supposed to represent what's going on in generation. Like, so yeah, the fact that I mean, if the Enterprise looked like that in the original series back in the 60s, there would have been a huge issue. But it was 60s, right? Oh my God. I hope I said that right. um, I mean, I'm a Trekkie, but I don't know every single thing about Star Trek. Not off the top of my head. I have way too much to remember. Anyway, but yeah. I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah. Oh yeah. If the Enterprise, if the the original series Enterprise looked like the JJ Enterprise at that time, there would have been a huge issue, right? But it looking like an Apple store, as some people describe, makes sense, for our future, as technology is always advancing, and all that stuff, and yeah, so it seems legit. It makes sense. The Enterprise D made sense, for its time. It had, there's because we were just getting into touchscreens and all that, so yeah. All right. Pretty sure everything's been painted. It's still so freaking bright. It's almost hard to tell. But yeah, as you can see, as the hull goes, like it's pretty damn smooth. There are some things where I'm like, I'm the neck's gonna like go out anyway, so I think I can get away with that. I don't know. I've tried to make the hull like even though I've like been trying to line things up perfectly, some things like the measurements are perfect, everything's centered, but still some things somehow manage to fuck up. So I'm not sure, but I mean it's pretty damn smooth considering. Yeah. All right, so we have finally repainted the whole Enterprise. It doesn't look white anymore. It actually looks gray. I'm very happy about that. Good progress. Alright, so now I have the joy of rebuilding the other section of the hull on the other side. And yeah, so let's get to work. Man, actually I gotta take a screenshot first because this is way too sexy. My Strange New World map has like 20 bookmarks. Unfortunately, like there's a lot bigger of a Star Wars presence in Halo 5 Guardians than there is. I mean, I think there's a bigger Star Wars presence in general. When you compare Star Trek to Star Wars, I think Star Wars, has a little bit more of a presence of fans and all that. Which Star Trek came first. Awesome stuff like that. But that's all right. At least I'll look up. Oh, like I want to see what other Star Trek maps. If anybody's created some cool Star Trek maps in the community, and boom, look up Star Trek, and I find 30 copies of MJ's Imperial Star Destroyer. All right, let's get to work. What did I do? 1 degree. I want to let me snap. Are magnets on? Oh, well, that would explain magnets aren't on. It's good. Is it? Man, that looks off. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. How did I do it on the other side? I did that, and I did it from the bottom, I think. Yeah, I think I did it from the bottom. Actually, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, because there was that whole issue. Okay, that's what I did. Yeah. Where's my piece? There's the piece. Wait, why am I duplicating that piece? Wait, no, it can't be. Oh, that's right. I had this. It was this piece. That looks weird. I don't know how much of an exciting stream this is. Like, I will try to entertain you the best I can. Yeah. So pretty much what we gotta do is we gotta like measure it all out. So when you get these bigger pieces, it's at a 4-degree angle when you go down. And then when you get to the smaller chunks, I angle it at a 5-degree angle to achieve the shape. Yeah. I was thinking about this when I was at work yesterday. And I was like, I want the main shuttle bay. Because the main shuttle bay is massive. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to have like a little bit of an interior. Just so you can spawn inside the shuttle bay. Have a teleporter into the this section right here. Because I'll have a hollow once I actually start building the neck. So I'll have like a section in here where you can pick up your weapons and you can use it to fire the photon torpedoes out of the bay, and then that way it can be in filming, so someone can be filming it and somebody can actually be shooting it and get some really good filming shots from the front of the neck. That is the plan. Why does that look so off? Oh, that concerns me. Man. Oh, man. Measurements, I'm like choking right now. What the heck? Boring, I know, I'm sorry. But MJ wanted some live footage, so because he's gonna do it behind the scenes. Where for me, I always like do screenshots and stuff while I'm building. This is the second time I have built the ship. The first time I built the pylons and then the cells, and I had used up 700 pieces by the time I had finished both the cells and the pylons. None of the hull was constructed, none of the framework, nothing. Nothing else, and I had already used 700 pieces. That was the first attempt at it. And I renamed the file, and I accidentally mistaked it for another attempt at the ship, and I deleted it. So, 12 hours of work went down the drain with the snap of a finger. One easy mistake, no recovery files, no backup files, nothing. Off the grid. And boom, just like that. All of the work I had put in. So what I did was I took all the screenshots I had done of me building it, and I uploaded it to YouTube in a compilation, and boom. So that way I got to show off the Enterprise D, the work I had put in, and I got to use the videos myself, and literally I used that to rebuild the nacelles, only even more accurate because I couldn't figure out if it had 4 or 5 coils. Some blueprints and even models of the ship depicted with only having 4, and then some had 5, so I wasn't sure. And then when I came, Stage 9, which is a virtual tour of the Enterprise D, that model itself actually has 5. And I also picked up a Star Trek Ships in the Line book with official images, by Doug Drexler, who's the creator of the Enterprise, and created all that great ships, or at least some of them. And yeah, so it turns out that it is 5 coils. So if you're ever curious, it is 5. If you see 4 on an Eagle Moss ship or a Star Trek, any Enterprise D, you got a toy the Enterprise D or something, it's probably because they just wanted you to get the basic idea, but it is actually 5. 5 is canon. So there you go. Now you know. I did not know, and that's important details to know. So yeah, the overall design, it was a lot more piece consuming. I made the warp coils like a lot tinier because this section, so it was like half that size. But doing that, I had to have more of these, so I had like twice as much of a layering on it to cake it inside. It's kind of like the filling. The warp coils are kind of like the filling, and then boom, you put it on top. So by making it bigger, not only does it look better, it has more of a presence from far away, and it still looks great. I mean, it looks phenomenal on my screen. Imagine if you had 4K. Oh boy, can't wait until I get my Xbox One X. I have a 4K TV. I just need to get the console. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I can't figure. It was so easy doing it on this side. because I can't start from the bottom, can I? Can I? Because it's just straight. It's just literally just straight, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make my life easier then. I duplicated it? Yeah, I duplicated it. Okay. Yeah. Because this section, like, I don't even have to do until I get to the top. So I'll just make my life easier and I'll just take this, match it like that, and boom, I'll be good. Rotation reset. Tools, we'll do 15. There we go. That easy. Yeah. Because I can't, the way it's designed, I have to keep pushing it away. So it's not that. It's one more degree. Yeah. I see that there's still one person in the stream, so hopefully you're enjoying the experience of the design of the Enterprise D. It's a lot cooler when you're watching a 3-minute video of all the screenshots and seeing the ship come together with some next generation Enterprise theme song, right? But it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world. Oh, is that why it looks so weird? Because it's supposed to be like that. My bad. Yeah, you see some forgers. If you know Halo 5, and they just build super quick. They just build like they're on, just like and boom. I couldn't do speed art, speed anything like that. I take my time. I do it right. Halo 5 Forge is another form of art. Aw, man, if I had like 2,000 pieces, 5,000 pieces in Halo Infinite, you know what I could do with that? I could literally build whole ships with interiors. Like, that's a dream. But when you're doing aesthetics like this, if you try to do an interior, you have to sacrifice something. 1,600 pieces goes a lot faster than you would think. We're like, oh, 1,600 pieces sounds like lots of pieces. It really isn't. It goes by quick. Yeah, for this section, it's really simple. You literally just, boop, keep turning it to a 5-degree angle, which I didn't even do for that section. 5-degree. Oh no, it's not at a 5-degree angle. It's at a 1-degree angle. I wouldn't begin. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Yeah. I couldn't do any of this, and I wouldn't do any of it if it weren't for magnets. I mean, the original series Enterprise is pretty simple, like to make a perfect circle. Okay, which one? See. I'm totally losing it. My focus. Okay, yeah, so I didn't turn it. Why didn't I turn it? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so like I don't know if you've ever like been talking or something, but like and you're kind of like when you're gaming, but you're focused more on the conversation or listening to your friend, right? Being respectful. And that's kind of what it's like. So I like to lose focus. So if I'm doing voice impressions, while I'm gaming, like, son of a bitch, you stole my rocket launcher. Like, I'll kick your ass. Sometimes like I'll lose focus and like not be as focused like on the game because I'm putting focus towards the voice, right? Yeah. I can't be like, oh, I'm tired because I took a nap. One thing that's definitely important if you're doing stuff like this is you have the patience, you have the time, and you also have the will to do it. When I really started getting into the Enterprise 1701 original Constitution class ship, that build, because it took over a year and a half to do, and a lot of that was like a year off because I didn't think I could finish it. I just had the file and I kind of like left it after I made significant progress on the saucer section and the warp nacelles. I gave up on it. I was already over 1,000 pieces. It was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this. It's not realistic. But there were certain builds that kept me coming back. And okay, I built past what I needed to. What happens when you don't focus? Now you can easily get into a car accident. Boom, just like that. Which is random, but true. I mean, focus is really important. Is it just me? No, it still shows nobody's said anything in chat. That's the thought that counts. So what we'll do is, once we get it lined up, then we will just turn it to that 4-degree angle that we're looking for. And currently I need to turn it at a 1-degree angle anyway, don't I? Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, the stream. I might. What I might do is, because I have a stream of me building my warp core, or redesigning my warp core for my custom Star Trek ship, the USS Hunter. Well, at least the only custom one I've designed, because I've done custom concept ships and stuff on paper. I'm still trying to figure out how to draw ships off the top of my head. Kind of figuring all that out. Is this okay? Is it literally just like this? Or are they supposed to be phasing through each other a little bit? No, I guess they're literally just like that. Alright. 2, 4. Yeah, hopefully you're enjoying your night. The goal, my personal goal for finishing this ship is, I would like to have this ship finished for Wednesday. That's the goal for me. Considering that really, like, there's not too much work to do. I've repainted the ship, and wow, the difference is immense. How well it looks in space now. But, the neck. From here, I'm literally just gonna build straight, build flat, and then inset it so that the shuttle bay 2 and 3 are actually set in to the thing. Now, as like I said, I've only got 1,600 pieces. If I had a lot more pieces, I would have done everything better. This is also my first time ever building this ship. But I know that there's supposed to be certain things in set, like hatches and stuff. I don't know every exactly technical thing about the Enterprise D. But yeah, there's supposed to be stuff along the hull that's inset into the hull, where it's not there. I just wanted the basic stuff. The red striping adds a little bit more pop to the ship, which is actually on the ship, but it just makes it stand out against the gray. But it looks good. I think anyone can agree with that downright. I had a comment on one of the places one of the clubs I posted. And it's like, it looks great, but then the cells are like, they're really straight. It's supposed to be angled. And I was like, yeah, they should be angled like this. It starts out a little bit like, rectangular-ish, and then it starts to angle inwards. So it's unique like that. But, if I were to do that, I'd have to do something like that. Have it sticking out like that or something, to angle it. So it'd be hard to keep it clean. You'd have overlapping pieces, where this is just a lot, you still got the best, next generation nacelle ever designed by any forger to date in Halo 5. I mean, any Halo. And, the warp coils look fucking amazing, I think. Bizarre collectors. Bizarre collectors are actually supposed to be smaller than the warp coils, but if I made them any smaller, then these sections right here that cover the bizarre collectors, kind of protect it or keep it encased, that would be sticking out even more, so it'd be like a brick higher, and it would just look really fucked up because on the actual ship they're really, really slim. So I made the bizarre collectors bigger than the warp coils, just so you could have that nice look. So I think it's a sacrifice well worth it, and it looks great. I did it a little bit more triangle-ish, whatever shape that would be. Obviously, I don't know. Yeah. Navigational light's pretty genius. Literally just one pipe, since this is about as small as it gets for windows. If you want to do a window, you gotta put one of these through, and boom, it just went right through the hull. Boom, 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 and it works for both. And from far away, really nice presence. So, yeah. I am getting off topic again. I usually do that. This doesn't look good. Why doesn't all this shit line up? It's lining up. it all looks really smooth. Like, you see all that paneling, but the second you divert from that paneling and it doesn't line up anymore, like, you notice it, you don't see the consistent lines. You just, ugh, that kills me. I'm like trying to do it, but it's not an easy shit to mold. I'm honestly not sure what to do right now, because, like, see, for this section, I had all these gapped openings. What I did is, boom, I just inserted it right through so it stays smooth, and you've only got the little bit of groove. Huh. I just don't understand. Like, look at that. That all lines up. And then this section is just, for some reason, it's just doesn't line up as nice. Everything's really smooth, but you get over here and you start getting issues. Well, I might as well, do, since I feel so bad for that one person, whoever you are in the stream that's still watching, and probably boring, you probably fell asleep, and that's okay. It's Forge. It takes a lot of patience. You have to want to do this shit. Yeah, that's okay. It's a really good tactic, actually. It was like, I don't want to have holes in the between the spaces. That's pretty discreet. Like something like that, you're not even gonna see that from this far away, from that far away. Like, you're just not gonna notice it, and that's what makes it so great. Yeah. As much as I love designing these ships, it can easily become a pain in the ass. It can go from, oh, I'm having a good time, and it's like, oh my god, oh, I can't wait until this build's done. Just because these hulls are so fucking hard. I mean, one thing I think that's undeniably agreeable is that Federation ships are extremely sleek, like curved. Like, even the original series Enterprise has some curves to her. So like the only ship that isn't curvy is like the NX. The NX, and the NX is really not that curvy. Oh, it's bad. It's so steep, it's falling down. I guess that's not bad. Again, so if you pick up something like, Enterprise D from Diamond Select, and the windows aren't perfect or anything, it's what you see from afar that matters. Up close, yeah, you can nitpick all you want, but what really matters is what you see from afar, and that's a real, thing with forging, is illusion to the eye and all that. How do you build a city with skyscrapers in the background when you only have 1,600 pieces? What you do is you build it so, oh, I'll do it like that. Yeah, no, how did I do that? You build it so the buildings look like they're there, but they're not. So a lot of illusion building. Oh my gosh. That doesn't look good. Can I beat the system? Mr. Anderson. As you can see now, we've had our eye on you for some time, Mr. Anderson. Appears you've been living two lives. One of these lives has a future and one does not, and that's why we're here. One life, you have a good paying job, you pay your taxes, and you help your landlady carry out her garbage. Another, you go by the hacker alias Neo. You've committed every crime. We have a lawful, oh my god, it's been so long since I've done that Matrix scene. Do you hear that sound, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability, the sound of your death. Bye, Mr. Anderson. Like, literally easiest cosplay ever. Just get a suit, put on a tie, put on a pair of shades, have like a really grumpy, like, don't fuck with me face on the whole day, and boom, you're set. Mr. Anderson. And say Mr. Anderson a lot. Where is Morpheus, Mr. Anderson? It doesn't look right. I didn't have it curved like that. I'm losing my mind. Maybe it's just that this. Maybe I screwed up somewhere on the curving. Has to be. Maybe it didn't. I'm so confused. Honestly, the hell? Oh, well, that would explain. It's at a 5-degree angle. I was like, wait, there's no way this is a 1-degree angle, because it's not a 1-degree angle. Okay, I guess that's why it started looking wonky. It's because it's not at a. I must have screwed up at some point. All right. Yeah, I screwed up along the way. I think this is the right degree. A lot of designing these ships is trial and error. Like I said, for the Enterprise, it took like 3 times to get the saucer right. And the saucer is like a 300, 400 piece build. Oh, you know, like the neck. I'm always like, oh, this looks great. I was like, wait, I can improve upon this and make it look even more accurate. Like, so. A lot of like. It only took 2 tries to get the hull down, or at least the start of it. So, yeah, I think this is the right measurement now. Let's see, time for the test. Yep, that's right. So on a random note, currently I'm watching not like right now, but the cartoon I'm watching right now is Scooby-Doo and the Scrappy-Doo show, the original one, first one, where you still Don Mesmick as the voice of Scooby and Casey Kasem as the voice of Shaggy, or OG Shaggy and Scooby. Well, anyway, oh man, that show has some great comedy because I never really like watched. I was never much for Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy Dappy Doo, let me at him. I'll splat those ghosts. No, Rappy. My Uncle Scooby's the bravest uncle ever, aren't you, Scoob? Yeah. Ooh, that Scooby laugh was bad. Oh my god, why do I keep doing this? It's out of 5. I keep it's at a 5-degree angle again because I keep trying to switch it back. Before I start doing the panel work that fills in the section in the middle. Wow. I don't want to spin it round and round, but it's a perfect spin, so I guess that's okay. So what we're going to do is, since we have a lot of pieces still overlapping here, like that's like some significant lineage. Actually, brutal. This looks so sloppy. Oh, it looks so bad. Can I afford to half-ass? Yeah, I can't even half-ass it like that. Actually reinstall the piece. And it just bothers me, like, the overlapping. Like, it's not that bad, but it's not good either. Like, that's why I'm really hoping that most of this section gets covered up by the neck. From what I've seen from the ship, it curves just like the frame. Now, keep in mind that I designed the frames first, the framework, before I started building the hull. So that's why it's like not perfect. Like this should be a lot more curved, where it kind of just goes in more. Once again, like the hull's been a bitch to build, and that's still pretty smooth, like the consistency. So it kind of sucks, but it's one of those things where it's like, what can you do? You can't really change the hull. Like, look at it. That's as perfect as anyone's ever gonna get it. Well, probably at least. Alright, so let's see. So that's good. So I will duplicate the pieces I get. Yeah. Boop. I normally don't even like duplicating pieces like this. Like I said, just my OCD, because it could be off by just an inch. And just knowing that, it's like, no, an inch. Oh, that's the worst. Oh no. See, look, and it is too. See. Look, there's just a little bit of a seam. Like, you never notice it, but it drives me nuts because it's not perfect. Just a tiny little seam. Look at that tiny little seam. Just by reconnecting it. And trust me, this tiny little seam can be the difference between making your hull like perfect and like screwing it, like doing it right on one side and screwing it up on the other. Like, it's ridiculous how annoying it can be. Huh. Okay. That's all that. If it's gonna do this, because this sticks out really bad. Oh. Okay, this is the way to go. This might actually work perfectly. We want to inset it into the hollow. Let's see. Alright, so you pretty much lose the seam there completely. Yeah, that's about as perfect as ever gonna get. That's not bad. Like, still, it feels a little bit sloppy. That's okay. Like, this section is the most important. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by the stream. This is the Enterprise D from Star Trek Next Generation. It's my current masterpiece that I'm working on. Yeah, I'm really glad that I nailed all of this, the back of the hull perfectly, because this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna notice this, you know, when you're filming up on the aft torpedo bay, and you know you're looking at the cells and stuff. But all this junk up here, you're barely gonna notice that. Once again, it's not like, oh, it's sticking out like there's a massive chunk in my saucer section. No, it's just little lines overlapping. Like, it's not too bad. It's just the fact that it's not perfectly perfect. Then it's like, but it's not bad. I mean, like that on that side and that, there's not too much of a difference. So I can live with it. Yeah. All right. So that's one section. We still have to do the next sloping down, which I think is only at a 5-degree angle, and that's it. I'm pretty sure it's just one 5-degree turn. Yeah, I think it's just one. Turn my magnets back on. Yep, it's just a 5-degree turn. So it's literally, this one will be super simple. I literally just got boop. What the fuck? Lag for a second. So just boom, connect. Boom, connect. So that's the nice thing. I can literally just it's just angling down, and then we'll be caught up to where we are. But look, I mean, we're already stepping into that 500 piece remainder boundary, which is pretty terrifying, because just me knowing just how big that saucer section is, and for me to do the ship right, for it to actually dwarf, you know, the cells. Ooh, that's not good. Oh yeah, it's because I didn't turn it at a 5-degree angle. Derp. I was like, wow, that's sticking out a lot. That doesn't look good. Man, my laugh. I swear there's one point in my laugh. I swear there's a point in my life where I didn't laugh much. Can't remember it though. Just gotta keep remembering to turn that 5-degree angle. What the? Well, yeah. Oh, we're so close to that 500 piece budget. Like, I'm gonna be so stressed for pieces. Like, I haven't even designed the deflector dish yet. Like, oh man, this is scary. So probably what it's gonna come to is like starting to go through the ship and seeing if I can like rebuild sections to save pieces. And I really, really hope it doesn't come down to that. You know, I really, really hope it doesn't come down to that. That'd be a pain. Like my one friend Darth Dracius, he dropped by the forge a few times, and just check out. You know, he's supportive of my Star Trek builds and really impressed by him, all of that. Darth Dracius is like a great prefab creator. He creates some of the best foreigner structures you've ever seen, or recreates. See, and that's the thing. If you're doing like a custom build, you know, you can do whatever you want. You know, if you're doing a Star Trek build and it's Federation ship, yeah, of course, you know, you want to make it look like the others, right? But you have your own artistic license. You can just do it how you want. But when you're recreating something like this, that's a completely different, you know, story, completely different ballpark, because, you know, you have to do things right. You have to, you know, make sure you're doing it right. You have to, you know, build things in a certain way. You have to figure out what pieces to use, what's most efficient. You know, you don't have the luxury of, oh, I'm just going to slop a bunch together and boom, hey, that's good. You have to actually like think, how am I building this? What am I using to build it? It took so many tries for me to like figure out where to start with the Enterprise D. At first, I thought I started one build with the neck. I started one build like with the hull, like, and then finally I was like, I'm just gonna like build literally just a straight plank across. Boom. I was like, okay, that's good for the measurements. Literally just build, and then the pylons. Figured that out. It was about half an hour. Boom, and then built in the cells, and the cells took at least 4 or 5 hours to design the first one. Figure out how to do it. Yeah, it sucks though. Okay, like for the warp core, it looks really clean. It's just you lose that nice top view because what they really do is they go up and like over into this section. But I couldn't do that. So you get a great look for it. It's nicely inset and all that, but you don't have it overlapping. There's just no way to do that while also having this smooth, feeling, right? So I sacrificed that, and I also sacrificed angle, being piece smart, but also for the design of the cells to stay the same. It's also supposed to angle out, but once again, there's no way to do that without having any like a weird like gut right here. So. Yeah, okay, so we rebuilt, so we've caught up to where we were, right here, on the hull, 903. Like, I'm getting hungry, man, like it's almost time for a minute. Wow, I'm sorry, that attempted shake was really bad. Well, I mean, not just the voice, I'm still sick, so it's hard to do impressions when you're sick. Oh, if you're doing Megatron, I guess it's harder in your throat. Oh, hail Megatron. Oh my god, I can't even do it, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing myself. Okay, so we caught up on the hull. I don't want to work on the deflector dish right now. So what we'll do, since I'm streaming, I'll do the neck. I'll start doing the shuttle bays 2 and 3. If anybody wants to say something, what do you think? Like, am I good to like actually inset the shuttle bays up here? Or do you think I need to build a little bit higher before I add the shuttle bays? Like off the top of your head. I will okay, so the shuttle bay would be like that. Is that like high enough from the impulse engine? Because I'm honestly like kind of like half ish about it. I'm iffy about it. That's what I mean to say. Because it's already like pretty high from the top. So you've got all these different images from it, from the show, from blueprints, from angles. I've got the one. I feel like I could get away with it. Like there's still a decent amount of height. I don't know. Just because I've already like leveled it out up to here. And not that it would be too hard, to build more on top of that, but and it's also a matter of comparing the blueprints because Shuttle Bay 2 and 3, when you're comparing that to the nacelles, they're literally just a bit above the Bazaar collectors. So I think it's like the perfect spot. I say we go for it. Considering I'm the one forging, we're going to do that. Alright. I think what the easiest thing I could do right now is I can continue building the stripe. Which is actually on like a little bit of a platform which starts on top of the nacelles and start going up. Or not on top of the impulse engine, I should say. So we'll make it... Is that too wide? Oh shit, that's a wider piece than I thought. It's this piece I was looking for. Yes, you're the one. This might actually be perfect. This might be the perfect size, actually. Because the stripe, I literally have it just like one piece. So I have to like actually center that without using magnets. Yeah, I think this is the perfect size for the piece that I need to do that. And you know what? I might even change the impulse engine just because it looks like a lot of a darker shade of gray. I don't know. No, I'll keep it. It kind of looks funky with the shadowing, but from far away, it looks right. All right. So let's start building on top of our impulse engine. Oh no. Oh, I don't want it to go through. I'm gonna have to find another piece for it. Oh, will the work? Oh, Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh God. 70 minutes. Time flies by when you're forging the Enterprise. All right. Okay, there we go. Nice and centered. Actually, we're gonna inset that. Actually, yeah. We'll do it like that. Yeah, because it's kind of like even, and then it just soars into the sky. Pitch is like that, so we gotta do it at this pitch. Yep. Is that okay? Let me pull up a blueprint of it on the side view, because I got side views, I got top views. That's the thing with some of these images is I can't really tell like specific stuff. Yeah, I mean it's hard to tell. It looks like it's sticking out a fair bit, but I think even that's a little bit too much. I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna pull up my Star Trek Ships to the Line book, and I'm going to see. And I'm gonna see if there's a top image of the neck where I can see just how much the that little padding section is where the striping, the decaling goes on top. I guess yeah, decaling would be the proper thing. I thought about building, so I mean there are lots of ships I'm going to build. If let me try that again. I've had a few requests to build the Enterprise A. Though if I might do that one day, I'm not sure though. I don't have an actual like. I don't have a starship of it yet, Eagle Moss or Diamond Select. When I pick up the Enterprise A, then maybe. But having a physical like, electronic starship, with the lights and all that, it really does make a difference because it's a physical thing to look at and be like, oh, okay, like this is. It's just better to have stuff like that in person than an image. It's a good image of the Enterprise D. Okay, so it sticks out a fairly decent amount, but not too much. It's pretty thin, and it starts pretty much right at the top, and it's angled too. It's like a curvish piece. I can do that. I could do curve. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, good. I'm really glad I bought this book. It was like $40, I think. Was it $40? Yeah, it was $40. It's a good book though. I can't wait to get the second issue. It wasn't there at the bookstore though. Called Chapters. I don't know if you guys got Chapters in American. America! Fuck yeah! What it's about. See, there are people like America. It's like, no! America! Fuck yeah! Got like a little bit of gravelly tone to it. Yeah. Going to the beer store. Gonna buy myself some beer. All about going to the beer store. Alright. I don't have a place to set the book down. It's massive. I literally, oh my gosh. Oh, wait 1 second, guys. I'm going to get back to forging in a second. I'm probably going to upload this to YouTube, just for the few people who are interested. I don't expect it to get many views. But then again, I've uploaded stuff, and I was like, there's no way. And maybe we'll get 50 views over a year, year's time, for the occasional person, Stuff isn't just for me. I love to entertain people, but I'm not like one of those YouTubers and like, yo, tell me what you want to upload, man. Like, I'll upload anything, You want dick pics? I got dick pics, You wanna see a car crash live? I'll make that happen, buddy. Don't worry, when it goes to YouTube, it's for you. It's your channel. You manage it. You run it. You do it yourself. And you gotta enjoy doing it. But I do it for looking back. Oh, when I'm older, and my time is done. Just looking back at the good old days in my youth, where I ate chips and pops. I'm slowly dying. Anyway, all right, let's begin. Because I held the build up anyway, and I don't want to bore people to death if I do upload this to YouTube. All right. So, since it's a curved piece, what we're literally going to do is we're going to go to our primitives, and we are going to find a half of a circle, and that's too small, Let me go and I will look and find another half. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's a good sized piece. Not too big, not too... It's actually the perfect piece. Yeah, that's actually the perfect piece. Perfect. I'm saying perfect a lot, aren't I? It would appear so. I am an android. I don't know how that... I don't think that's what data sounds like. That was an attempt. Like, okay, like, my Diamond Select Enterprise, like, it's got, like, you know, it's got the lights and sounds features, and so... got lines, recordings for Patrick Stewart and all that, you know, Captain Picard. And it'll be stuff like Sarah Patton Fire, you know, like, and just like I've been trying to figure out the voice because I like Patrick Stewart's voice. Warp 9, engage. Number 1, you're with me, but I can't I can't do accents. It's the one thing I struggle with. That and character laughs. I have a hard time with the character laughs. You know. So like it took a long time for me to get Scooby's laugh down. Scooby Doo. Oh my god, I can't do Scooby though right now, obviously, because not just that, my chords, it's just not there. My falsetto, I can't reach it right now. I consider it my female soprano chords, whatever, but you know, you're not here to hear me sing or anything. But it sucks that I can't do voices properly. I can't do Shaggy's laugh right now, and I can't do Scooby Doo properly. It sucks because they do require each other's. Scooby Doo is a mix of rasp and then falsetto. Scooby Doo Doo Doo. Yeah, see, I can't do it right now. It sucks. Anyway, I think this looks. I don't know, like, it's weird because it looks really small there, but. Yeah, no, I'd say that about the right size because this, like, yeah, no, that's definitely the right size. Yeah, yeah, this is the size. Oh, because then that looks like it. Okay. Is that good? Yeah, I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get. It's about as good as it's gonna get, motherfucker. Yes. Alright, good stuff. See, this is progress, people. This is progress. Yep. Yep. Good stuff. Alright, let's install that striping now. I swear, like, it says I've had a viewer the whole time. Did you fall asleep? Okay, I'm going to end the stream not just because it's been a really long time that I've been streaming, but also because I want to, you know, warm up. I got a little bit of pizza from breakfast today, and I just want to, you know, put on a show and relax a little bit, and maybe I'll continue streaming after that. I just want to take a short break, you know. I've been forging for the last hour, which isn't much, but still decent amount. Okay, let's start installing that stripe. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am of this. You know, this build. It's been, hasn't been easy. But yeah, it's been. I just hope that, you know, the amount of time and work that goes into it, that people, you know, the few Trekkies that are out there will appreciate it and enjoy it, right? And I really look forward to seeing what MJ can do with the actual filming model. You know, what angles and what shots he'll be able to take, what cinematic stuff. It also makes me like want to get my Xbox One X sooner so I can see the ship, because I know definitely by the time I install that, like, you can already start to see the frames break up. But damn, the second I start installing that software section, shit is gonna go haywire. On the Xbox One X, won't do that, or won't be nowhere near as bad. But that's another reason why I got to keep my Xbox One, And so if I'm building stuff like this, or if I'm building a forge map in general, I can see if the map's going to break up, so I can build it in a certain way. This I don't have the luxury to, but plus it's not like the Halo 5 Guardians Xbox One console would sell for much anyway. And yeah, it's just good to have another console. My brother comes over, boom, we can game without him bringing his console here. Makes sense, right? Perfect. Alright. So there's a striping there. We're gonna grab one of the bigger pieces to save pieces, actually. Excuse me. We broke that 500 piece budget, guys. Now to those final pieces. See, I can afford to do that there. Yeah, if you do upload this, I mean, if you are watching this and this is on YouTube, like, thank you honestly for checking the stream out and for your support. Like, especially if you're watching this and you got this far, like, that's fucking incredible. Thank you to one person who is in the stream if you're not asleep, because that's really awesome. I appreciate you being here. It's really nice, for me to be working on a big thing like this, and working my ass off, making sure it's done right and professionally, and it looks good and it looks accurate and all that stuff, right? And to see the hearts and all that stuff in the Star Trek clubs, and the support I've gotten, because it's not easy and it's time consuming, and oh, why are you wasting your life? Go outside and do something, right, but I love Star Trek, and I have a harder time drawing the ships, especially off the top of my head. Still trying to figure out how to do that, and keep it consistent and the shapes and all that. So this is the way I get to express myself as an artist, other than voice acting and singing. Plus, I'm one of the guys who has the time to do it. I have the patience, the passion for it, the drive, so why not? Yeah, and hopefully come Halo Infinite with an even better forge than this, there'll be some Trekkies who will be like, you know what? Halo Infinite has classic Halo feeling, and I want to do some forging, and I'm gonna hopefully this map will inspire people one day. All right. Yeah, I couldn't do this one because it was angled at its own degree, the neck wise. But I can totally save some pieces and do this one. Oop. Wow, that's bigger than I thought. Holy crap. It was long, but that's ridiculous. That's what she said. Shut up. Anyway, Alright, he's talking to himself again. I still can't tell how far down where the stripe technically starts. Actually, wasn't there an image I had earlier? Where I had an image. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I'm really glad I got this book though. Yeah, there was an image of the neck and the impulse engine when I was designing the impulse engine that I had. Gotta find it. I think it's Andrew Probert that designed the Enterprise D, right? I think it's him. I don't know. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure it's him that designed the Enterprise D and a few of the other Star Trek ships. Because I know Doug Drexler designed the NX-01, the Enterprise J. And Enterprise J is a ship I'm going to be doing. I've been thinking about that. That'd be a really simple build. Building those flimsy nacelles, that'd be fun. But oh my god, building the Enterprise J would be so simple. I mean, it's another pretty basic saucer. Add a ton of windows to it. It's thin as fucking cardboard. It's not curved at all. There couldn't be an easier ship for me to make, for being honest. What, it won't let me back out anymore? Are you kidding me? Enterprise D, neck. Look up the neck. Okay, I don't want my diamond select model. I want an actual, a official image of the back of the neck with the decals. Oh my god, that's annoying sometimes. Like, it's so hard to find the images you want. And that's why I like having, like, this book and, like, other resources I have. You'll look up Enterprise D neck, and you'll get, like, Star Trek neck, and you'll get, like, Star Trek t-shirts. That's not exactly what I was looking for, but cool. I got a Star Trek Vessel shirt that I picked up at Comic-Con. Well, Fan Expo, but okay, like a big version of Comic-Con. I just want an image of the neck to see where the striping begins. It just has to be, like, high enough so I can see that angle. You know? Cannot find one. Not even in my big book, right? Is there red? I guess it starts like that. That actually looks pretty damn good. We'll just leave it like that. Yeah, that looks nice. See, even the stripes are starting to break up. And that looks really nice, actually. Damn. Very, very nice. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's about wrapping it up for the Enterprise D. So, the progress that I made in this stream, in this time, was we repainted the whole ship. So, it was gray 30 out of, it was gray 30%. And now it's gray 50%. It still has a 5-degree metallic shine to it. Gives it a nice, rich texture. We repainted the coils between the Bizarre Collectors and the Warp Coils to gold, which is a lot more rich. It looks a lot better. We've added the striping. We just did that to the neck. And we've done this section of the hull. Not much, but, I mean, still it's good. It's pretty damn smooth. It looks really good, nice and consistent. So we've only got a little bit left of the hull to do. The deflector dish still needs to be installed. I still need to figure out how to connect the deflector dish frame to the hull itself. I mean, that's going to be a real fun time. But yeah, I mean, this ship looks fucking, I'm so proud of her. Oh, man. Definitely a beauty. And now the fact that she actually looks gray it's great. I mean, it doesn't look like, you know, Enterprise E from First Contact. It actually looks like it's gray. Very proud, though. So, yeah, I'm going to take like an hour break or something. You know, just put on some Scooby-Doo and eat some food and well, snacks at least. Yeah. So, for anybody who dropped by the stream, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube and you actually watched the end, like, you were the coolest ever. Like, thank you. Your support means a lot. We're over 400 subscribers now, so thank you so much. I will upload this as long as it didn't lag too much. If it lagged too much, and there's no fucking point. But, yeah, good stuff. Made some good progress. I'm so glad the ship actually looks great now. I mean, it should have looked like that in the first point, but the lighting is so intense. If I were to generate the lighting, it would make me cry. Because of shadowing, and it just would look black, and it looked terrible. So, like, just 'cause the way the shadowing is. But, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will see you guys in the next stream or video. Thanks for watching. Peace. And, of course, live long and prosper.